Here, today, in 2019, we are inevitably surrounded by technology, so much that anyone above the age of 3 has one of these things sitting in our pocket, or if you're like me, even on your wrist. Can you imagine that 90 years ago, the only form of media tech people had was a fuzzy sounding AM radio? Most nights, I end up playing Battlefield, watching a YouTube video, and scrolling through my Instagram feed. In today's world, with social media, hundreds of free-to-air TV and radio channels, streaming services such as YouTube and Netflix, and just the internet itself, you would think that we would have the most control over what we watch and listen to. But do we? The British TV series Black Mirror covers this issue of technology in life and how it might affect us in the future. Bandersnatch, Netflix's newest episode of Black Mirror, covers the topic of technological control, especially as it's set out as a choose-your-own adventure. The 2019 film, Alita, Battle Angel, also covers this idea of control and what humanity could come due to the need of technology in our lives to the point where people can't even survive without it. Bandersnatch, a psychological thriller from the year 2018, because that was long ago, is the first movie to be in second-person view. That is, you choose the path of the character, which if you didn't realize has already been done 1,000 times before in this thing called a video game. Bandersnatch works in the same way those old choose-your-own-adventure books work, where at a certain point in the book, you could either make the character turn left to their death, or right to their death. But Bandersnatch takes this concept of control to a whole new level, to the point where it feels freakish. All the techniques used in Bandersnatch make the whole movie feel dark and miserable. Somehow make you feel sympathy towards Stefan. Techniques director David Slayer uses to enforce this, like the color palette, all darks, blacks, greys, whites, blues and reds. The only part of the movie that really had some brightness was when you were high at Colin's apartment, and it still felt really dark due to the black foggy border and the blurriness that appears on screen to simulate the LSD. Most of the camera shots were usually mid to close shots to show the characters' emotions, which were usually anger or frustration. The power of all this kind of shows us what could happen in the future with technology. It might in end turn on us and nearly be the death of humans, like at the end of that one Disney movie. Yeah, that was a thing. So, in the not-so-distant future of 2563, ruined Alita is found in the scrapyard of Iron City by Ito, a compassionate cyber doctor who takes the unconscious cyborg Alita to his clinic. When Alita awakens, she has no memory of who she is, nor does she have any recognition of the world she finds herself in. As Alita learns to navigate her new life in the treacherous streets of Iron City, Ito tries to shield her from a mysterious past. Alita Battle Angel, or Gunmu, is an absolutely mesmerizing 3D masterpiece, directed by this guy, James Cameron, the one that directed Avatar, which is still the highest grossing film ever to this day, but was then later replaced by this guy, Robert Rodriguez. But was originally written by this guy, Yukita Kishiro, a Japanese manga artist who wrote the original 9 manga, then later produced it into an anime. Then into a CGI action blockbuster. Alita is a movie that shows us the power of technology, what it can and will do to us. There are already people that use really amazing advanced biotics that it won't even be a surprise to me if one day people do become full-on cyborgs, where the only human thing left about them is their brain. This concept of control is everywhere in Alita. It gets to the point where Nova, the leader of Zalem, takes over and fully controls the mind of not just cyborgs, also normal full-flesh people, that potentially making them, quote, his puppets. It'd be a bit freaky if this became a real thing one day. Alita also shows us how disconnected we've become with each other, now with social media. In Alita, even with such advanced technology, social media isn't a thing. I mean, there are phones, so people can call and text, but that's it. People actually go out and interact with each other. Talk. If someone needs or wants to talk about something, they talk to them, instead of just texting, hey. I believe what Bandersnatch and Alita show us is that we are not in control of what we view or watch as much as we think we are. All these viewing and social platforms makes us feel like we have the control and we can choose what to do. But in the end, we really don't. We pay subscriptions to Netflix and Stan to have access to thousands of movies and shows. But half the time, what you want to watch isn't even there. On social platforms, we're given a way to connect and share our dreams, our thoughts of what we want this world to be. But if you betray the rules or say something someone else doesn't agree with, then you've lost it all.